good afternoon. Welcome to another video. Yes, I've got the Jetboil going because I'm going to make myself some hot chocolate. We had a blast of snow this morning, got a couple of centimeters. If you've ever been to Ontario, Canada, you know in the summer we get the humidity. In the winter we also have the humidity, but it's the dampness, that cold damp that just gets right into your bones. So let this boil, get some hot chocolate, and then we're going to carry on with this video. Well, the winter season is upon us. Of course, we're going to be doing some winter camping. I'm looking forward to downhill skiing. We do a lot of snowshoeing. We do a lot of winter activities. I want to talk to you about a winter safety kit, or a winter adventure safety kit that I like to call it. One thing to keep in mind though is how much trunk space do you have and how much stuff do you really need. We'll start off by saying this. Most of this stuff you probably already have at home. I only purchased a couple of items to add to this kit, which I'm gonna leave in the Jeep for the remainder of the winter. Normally I have a bunch of gear in there anyways, but I wanna keep one that's dedicated just for this purpose. One way to kind of think about this is the further away you go from society, we'll say, or from a major city or a township that has a hospital or emergency services that can respond, typically the further away you go from that, the more you're going to add to your kit, because it may be several hours, it may even be overnight before somebody can come to help you out. So I got a couple of categories that I've kind of grouped things together. You can do this however you want. The nice thing about this, it's totally customizable to what you already have. Maybe a couple of things you need to get, the size of the bin or a box that you're going to use, and for what kind of travels you do. If you're in the city all the time, a phone call and somebody's there to help you out. The categories that I've sort of put together are going to be like this. First of all is going to be warmth. I've got things that are going to help to keep you warm. Another one is going to be nutrition and hydration, to make sure that you've got energy, you're hydrated. Another one is going to be lighting, because it gets dark at 4 o'clock in the afternoon nowadays. And then of course the rest of your safety equipment, which is going to be a bigger list of items. I like to keep an extra hat or a toque, a pair of gloves, and of course an extra pair of socks. I've said this before and I'll say it again, warm equals dry. If your feet are damp from being stuck out in the bush somewhere, whatever the case may be, and you stop moving, your feet are going to get cold. Put on a dry pair of wool socks. That's going to make a huge difference. So I picked these up, I think it was at Canadian Tire or something. It was like $1.50 or $2 for one of these. It's a 2-pack of hand warmers. I got 2 packs of these because I could also stick them into my boots if I need to. You can buy a big box of these, but I just grabbed a couple for now. This is an emergency blanket. It's just like a Mylar blanket, which I have taken it out of the package before. That's why it's in a little zip plastic sandwich bag right there. This wool blanket that I'm using on the table right here, this gets folded up. This is in the Jeep all the time. You can see it's bigger than the table. So a wool blanket, put that over top of you, put the thermal or the reflective emergency blanket, and that's going to really help to trap a lot of that heat in. Now, I don't like to use plastic disposable bottles. We have tons of water bottles, so I bring enough. These are 1-liter bottles. I have a few of these. You want to bring some water. I'm not even going to open these. I got at I think it was at the dollar store or something for a couple of bucks. I got trail mix and I got some granola bars. So I've got some snacks and some water to make sure that I keep hydrated, and I've got some energy source. I've got a flashlight. This one, I think, same thing, local hardware store. Isn't that expensive, but you've got yourself a decent flashlight. Now, I like to have a headlamp as well as a flashlight, because that way I can be hands-free if it happens to be a tire that lost some air, I got to change a tire, whatever the case may be. I like to have both. I do have, this is a candle. As you can see, there's a candle inside there, and this one can hang up for some lighting. It does give off a little bit of heat, but I wouldn't rely on that as my heat source. I also have glow stick. This one's a battery operated glow stick. So that one, you just twist it, and I've got that. It's got a little clip so I can hang it off of my backpack if I needed to. I've got the lighter to go with this candle. And then I picked these up at the dollar store, or Dollarama, or buck or two, whatever it is some glow sticks. So for a dollar, what was it? It was like $1. Let's see here. So for $1.75, there's a 2-pack of full size. This was the last pack in the store. So I grabbed another bag of these ones. They're smaller. There's 10 in here. And these are supposed to last up to about 5 hours. So you have another source of lighting that you could put around your vehicle. You can have some type of light. Safety items. The very, very basic stuff that you should have in your car for winter is a jug of washer fluid. That one's empty because I literally just filled it up today. You definitely want to have some booster cables. If you don't know how to use them, this one has the tag with the directions on how to set this up or how to safely use it. So I left the tag on there in case somebody needs to borrow them maybe. And definitely you're going to want to have a snow brush. So I've got an extendable snow brush with the scraper. I like to leave a shovel in the vehicle in case I have to try to dig myself out. Of course, some work gloves, a little bit separate from my fleece gloves, because that way I don't have to worry about these ones getting damaged. And they're a little bit tougher if you have to do some type of mechanical work. Here's another light that I have. This one stays in the Jeep all the time. So I've got this light, and of course a first aid kit. There's a first aid kit, and I have attached to the first aid kit a whistle, which can come in very handy if you're potentially lost or you're off a trail somewhere. And then this little bag is just a bag of assorted tools that always stays in the Jeep as well. So these items right here are always in the vehicle, and then I just sort of gear it a little bit more towards winter. Now I want to show you this one separately. So I was in line at the hardware store, and you know they have all kinds of items that are right there for you to grab last minute. We have a couple of these lanterns, and it just slides open, and these are actually quite bright. It comes with the batteries. And then I noticed that this one is a little bit different than the ones that we have, because on the top it has a little flashlight, so you have that, or it also has the flashing red beacon light. And the cool thing with this one too is on the bottom are magnets, so I could stick this to the side of the vehicle and then have a flashing red strobe light if I'm trapped in the dark. That way somebody can come and see me. This is only 10 bucks at Canadian Tire, and I'm really liking this one. So that one's definitely going in the kit, and I wanted to kind of show you that one separately because for $10 you can't go wrong. Comes with the batteries. This is just a little mesh bag, so I can put in all of these little items so they stay together. My little lantern, flashlight, headlamp, my glow stick, and my lighter. I can keep those all together. I can put the hand warmers in here as well. So all these little items so they don't get lost and kind of tossed around. Anything that'll fit in here. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention, this is a little poncho, just in a little pouch. So just in case you didn't have an appropriate jacket or it starts pouring rain, then there's this little poncho in a little bag right here. So there we go. And there. All those items in this one mesh little bag. Perfect. All right, there you go. You can see I have fit all of those items into this one bin. So I've got the water, I've got some snacks, I've got the first aid kit, I've got the lighting, the poncho, the little hand warmers, toque, gloves, extra pair of socks, the lantern right there, And what I'm gonna do is put the blanket in last, and that's gonna help keep the stuff from bouncing around. Tuck that in, and now everything is locked in there. You're not gonna have this stuff bouncing around while you're out playing around on the trails. There we go. Close her up. And there you go. There is our winter adventure safety kit. I wanted to show you the difference in the size of bins. So if you guys seen my videos before, I have 2 of these black bins, and this carries all of my camping gear. I can go with just the 1 bin, and then of course if we've got other stuff, the 2 bins, they stack. Everything is organized. But if you wanted to go something a little bit bigger like this, they have these bins at, I believe I got it at Canadian Tire, around $30. Solid bin, the handle's locked down. And just to give you a comparison in size, so this is where we put all the kit into one of these. The second one here has some other gear in it. And then if I wanted to, I could put all the rest of this stuff into this one particular bin. The booster cables, my little thing of tools, an extra pair of work gloves, another flashlight, obviously the shovel's not, oh actually this shovel will fit in here. So this shovel, the blade comes off, so I can put that and the handle in here, and I could even fit my jug of washer fluid, and I could bring the Jetboil and a pot. Normally that's what I do, so we'll put the Jetboil in there with a pot. I've got some water, and that way I could actually make some food, some hot chocolate, and maybe some noodles, whatever it is. I could actually heat something up to help me warm up and stay warm, all into this bin. Oh, there you go. Everything into this one bin, locked down, and we're good to go. All right guys, just wanted to show you so you get an idea how much space it takes up. So that's the bin that I just made. There's the wool blanket that was on the table. I have another blanket. One thing I did forget to mention, which it was already in the back of the Jeep, is a sleeping bag. There's the big bin. I don't need that one because a bunch of the tools, the little tool pouch, the jumper cables, they all go underneath the back seat anyways, so I can eliminate that as far as size go. I've always got this shovel in the back as well, and I've got some pouches with some other ropes and straps and those other things. But as far as the safety items go, I've basically got it all in that kit, and I've got a blanket, sleeping bag, there's my snow brush, and there's my shovel, and I'm good to go. Okay, before I wrap this one up, I am currently working on a first aid kit video of how to put one together. You probably have a lot of the items kicking around in, you know, in the bathroom closet or wherever you keep band-aids and those sort of supplies. But I am gonna go through all of the different items that I have inside my first aid kit. I'm putting one together right now for Angela to have in her, leaving her vehicle full time. This one I keep a whistle attached to it because that could come in handy. And then I'm also gonna show you what all I have in this kit and why do I even have all of this stuff. So that's an upcoming video. Talk about safety and a first aid kit. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Get out, do your adventures. The snow is here, and stay safe. Put yourself together a little kit to help you on your travels, and I will see you in the next video. Bye. Oh, it's time for some hot chocolate. Oh, my hands are cold. Woo. All right, guys. See you in the next adventure. Bye.